Hello and welcome back to the Black Countryman. Today we are actually going to be doing something a bit different. We're in the kitchen. Yet again, if you saw the last video, we made a pigeon sourdough sort of meal. But today we're going to be using the remainder of last season's pheasant just before we go into another game shoot this year. So we are going to be doing a pheasant and pigeon Wellington. I made pheasant Wellington last year, but I'm not going to waste any time. We're actually going to be having it with some mixed veg, which is frozen. But we're going to have mashed potato, mixed veg, and then we're going to have the pheasant and pigeon Wellington all as one meal. So, with no further ado, I'm going to peel the potatoes, get them in the steamer, and then hopefully make some lovely mash. Weird angle. I'm going to cut these down because they're going to be steamed and then they are going to be mashed, but they only take about 25 minutes to steam. So I'm going to cut them up, put them in the steamer, and then we'll get on to Wellingtoning the pheasant and pigeon. So I've just wiped down the area. I'm gonna get the puff pastry out. I'm gonna roll it out, sort of measure what I need, roll it out, cut it to size, and then basically starting to get because we're gonna have bacon wrapped around it, so we'll need to then, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer up the meat first, and then pop it onto the puff pastry, and then basically get it whapped straight into the oven for 30 minutes. So this is our pheasant breast. As you can see, quite a large pheasant, and then our pigeon breast, what are considerably a lot smaller. So what I'm going to do for one of them is for mine, I'm going to have the pheasant like this with the two pigeon breasts over the top. I might even go fancy, slice this so that there's a pigeon on top like that. But we're going to wrap this. So let me actually do that. The reason why this is here is that this is going to be for the puff pastry. But let me actually slice this up somewhere in half somehow. Quite difficult. So there we go, pigeon halved. And do the same again for this one. Not done that one as good, so we'll slice down here. Okay, so we'll have something like pigeon, sort of like that, with pigeon like that, and then I will get the bacon wrapped around this one. So the two breasts are now sort of ready. I've actually changed the design. I'm going for bacon on top, two pigeon breasts, the pheasant, another two for mine, and this one just goes bacon, pigeon, pheasant, pigeon, bacon. Now to sort of wash my hands, get the pastry on here, roll it out to the rough sides that I need. We should be good and golden. As you can tell, when I get cooking, I get carried away. So, absolutely wing the first one. Realise that I probably used too much pastry, but I think it'll be okay. On the one that is mine, I used one sort of less sheet and sort of folded it exactly in the middle. But did forget the pate, so I've had to just sling some pate on now. This is how they're looking just before they go into the oven. I'm going to beat an egg, brush it on top so that it goes golden. I'm going to do that now. We're now into the last 5 minutes of the timer for the Wellingtons, and the potatoes are well and truly ready to be smashed. So I'm going to tip them in to this here. I'm going to get a splash of milk, a bit of butter, and I'm going to smash them all up. It's now the moment of truth. Look at them. Now they look stunning. I'm now going to just slice these off and then get them onto the plate, and then dinner time. Whoa. Now these are the final products. They're nothing Michelin star-esque, but we have Sarah's meal there, mine there, like that. Nothing Gordon Ramsay-esque, but just to show that you can have a nice meal with game meat. And that is the inside of that's the pheasant. The pigeon looks slightly overdone, but the bacon on the outside looks absolutely stunning. And I will give you a review once we've eaten it. This is the ending of the pheasant Wellington. It's a few days later and I've had time to sort of think about what I want to say. Overall, the Wellington itself I was very happy with. The pheasant, pigeon and bacon all very much complemented each other with the mushroom pate over the top. It just worked fantastically. The issue that I had is that even though the pastry was lovely and golden and had a good crisp to it, because the oven had been on and it was at temperature, the pheasant and the pigeon, as you can imagine, the pheasant wasn't so much, but the pigeon was massively overdone. So even though that it tasted lovely, it was a bit tough because I'd sliced it so thinly. I think it had obviously cooked so quickly. Overall, I would definitely cook that meal again, but if you guys could give me some tips on how I could still have the pigeon and pheasant slightly rare, that would be fantastic. If you guys could like, comment and subscribe, that would also be amazing, and I'll catch you in the next one.